Okay, so no one's really here, but I don't know. Somebody might watch this later. So I decided to add a fourth computer. So I've got three laptops going on here. Just like yesterday, I got a wireless MMO mouse on my desktop that I've been sort of moving and steering with. Not really using any of the side buttons yet. And then I have the 8-port KVM sync. Well, it's really KM Sync, right? No video. And then I have my full size keyboard still hooked up. I played around with the this gaming keypad I had because it had macro keys that sort of made it easier to switch around. But again, typing in passwords is one thing, and I also wanted to try out something that someone suggested in the Dirty Boxers Discord, which was if you hold down the Windows key and hit 1 through 8, whatever, however many devices you have going, it will jump directly to that device. And while that is true, it Windows and then a number behaves a little differently than just what the KM Sync says it. And so this is probably a feature I would need to turn off to actually use. But if I were to do Windows key 2, and with sync on, it actually opens all of the, or it opens the second item in the Windows taskbar on all of my screens. And I know you can't really see all of my screens right now, but so like I've got to go hop through each one of these PCs and put them back to WoW because I don't only have WoW in the taskbar on some of these. So whatever that Windows feature is, like if you want to use Windows key and then a number to jump between control, that needs to be disabled first. And so I didn't unplug my regular keyboard and plug the Dragon, whatever it is, 585 or something. So I'm just gonna play a little bit. So I've got some warriors and just sort of like my warlocks. The rest of the tunes have Alt A and Alt F bound to my GSE assist follow macro, which what's going on here? Looks like I might have taken one of my boxes out. Everybody's running around. Sorry. Again, you can't see the other three laptops here, but number 2 didn't open GSE. That was weird. Okay, so while I'm not actually using, I'm gonna turn sync off while I'm doing this. I'm actually not using this particular macro. It was super convenient while broadcast was on to just set up all 4 clients. One of the nice things about the hardware KM Sync, where you essentially have to have your monitors all at the same resolution. Um, sometimes with when we were using Iceboxer and you'd have the just the window sizes, like sometimes if you did like your UI scale right and you told Iceboxer to keep the ratio, like it would generally sort of be like dead on in terms of where you were clicking, but not quite always. And it's usually just something that I just didn't pay attention to. But it's can really slow you down if you're trying to configure add-ons for the first time, like I am, because I went to a low pop server to set up new tunes. I mean, if somebody reports me, whoop-de-doo. I'm not using Iceboxer. Its interspace isn't running on any of these. Iceboxer add-on should have been deleted in all of them. I know for sure it is on this one. Anyway, so I totally forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so follow. It sets the screen view. I got everything configured right in all of them, and then so this is the macro on the other 3. I could change this so that if I press this, I would follow somebody else. I'm not going to do that for now. So, hey, look who it is. Hey, Jagger. I'm just basically talking to myself right now because nobody else is in here. I figure me just playing and being quiet was boring, so I'm explaining some of what I did. So this is just GSE. I've got, of course, you can't see it because I don't really know how to get other computers to get loaded like their screens as virtual cameras into Gamecaster. I don't know if that's something OBS could do or not, but if you can, I gotta figure that out. Um, anyway, so the other three characters have this follow sort of jammed over here in one of these sidebars, and they're both the same, but they're bound to my ISBox or hotkeys that I've basically got burned in memory. I covered a little bit of this yesterday. Okay, so I just leveled up a little while ago, so all these guys have charge. So I'm going to turn sync on and close up GSE on the other ones. So I have a mouse dedicated to main, and these guys follow. And in fact, I should test something. I unbound strafe left and right on all of my other clients because I didn't unbind forward and back, and I'm gonna see whether or not I want to tweak that or not. But I have strafe set up on all of the other ones to be shift. Well, for me, it's S and F, right? So if I don't hold on shift, only I move. If I hold on shift, everybody else moves. And I may play with that on my main so that it doesn't move. I don't know if I want to do that, but whatever. Baby steps, right? So anyway, Alt F, they'll follow. That's great. I'm supposed to kill some orcs or something. It's a quest I haven't done 7,000 times. So, I've actually got target up and down bound to my mouse wheel right now. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like that, but if I don't do it that way, everybody will, like all the other monitors or laptops, will pick up the same target usually. Now, looking good so far, yeah. So let's pretend I don't have charge. If I just like attack, like, okay, so I have to hit all my interact with target manually. Otherwise, what is that? What? That I shouldn't be. Oh, that's Emma. Emma's doing that, making me follow somebody else. That's not what I want. I'm always turning my head because I'm looking at the other screens to make sure they're doing okay. And I got one, like the fourth one is way off to the side here. Anyway, so in order to get the other knuckleheads to get close enough to attack, I have to hit Alt G. So it's kind of weird because once they get into place, it's fine. But it's a little better with charge being there. But you see, I got this guy. Who is that? One of these. I wonder if maybe I should turn off auto follow in that. I don't know. I don't know how to figure it out. I have to find like a sweet spot between my the macros I have on the other laptops and what Emma is doing. Let's get some corpses I have to loot here. Hey, buddy. It feels super slow still. Yeah, and I think that's more just about the fact that I don't have a good way to do my interact with target button. So I think that the next thing I'm going to try to figure out is a good way to, maybe with a keyboard macro or something, weave that in there somehow, because it's just, yeah, you can do it, but like, okay, for some reason, oops, for some reason, like my macro isn't running. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna double check that I've actually got the main character set up right. I know I said I was gonna do arms in Discord, but they sort of. Wait, can I actually change that? Yeah, no, I can't. It's level 10. So whatever. Doing prot until I hit level 10. We'll see. Okay, looks like everybody's following. No, not everybody is. And it's because I'm not syncing. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'm too close, I guess. So, and there they all go. So we have to figure that out. I obviously need to figure out how I want Emma to behave. Maybe I can try that now. Oops. All right. Oops. I'm gonna use this mouse. Figure out. Follow. Do you like these names, by the way? Since you're the only one in here, I did all Linux interrupt signals. It's interesting. These are all sorted differently. Well, that's fun. All right. So obviously, hey, how you doing, Minus? All right. So I'm gonna toggle this off, and then I'm gonna just pop between the other machines to correctly pick this because the list is sorted different in each one for some reason. And that reminds me, I don't think I set up anything specific for my RAID frame sorting, which might be part of it. Hi everyone. I can't have both of my monitors on, so we're like normally, if I were streaming, I'd have the chat up there, but because when you have more than one monitor, this KM Sync shows your total monitor space, um, either vertical, horizontal, whatever. It sort of presents that to, again, I don't know, the OS when you're syncing as the whole screen. So when you have two monitors on top of each other, like I do, it makes the height of that basically two 1080p monitors. So like if I'm using my mouse and I go up to the top of one of these other ones that only have 1080p, I can only get halfway up on this screen. It like stops here. So I basically have to disable my top monitor. And so all I have is Gamecaster's little chat thing showing me what's going on. And if I don't pay attention to that, I'll miss something. So if I miss something, I'm not ignoring anyone. Okay, so maybe we'll see. So if this works any better, because I don't really like it when my main starts following a random person. All right, and so I need to pay extra attention. All right, that one's right. Number 3 is right. Number 2 is right. Nope, number 2 is wrong. All right. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to have a keyboard from the same company that made that gamepad that Days and I both bought. And the reason I'm getting that is because the programmable macros on the keypad worked when it was plugged into the synchronizing device, whereas none of my Razer devices, like the macros, didn't really seem to hold. But most importantly, on my keyboard, the mouse, it kind of doesn't really matter. I don't really have any macros that I need to send through the mouse. And if you send them through the mouse, they've got to do stuff that's on the mouse. Like the KM Sync knows, at least that's the sense I got. It, like if your goal would be to have a macro that's supposed to get the KM Sync to do something like turn sync on or cycle through Windows, those key presses have to come from the thing that is a mouse or is a keyboard. As I had it set up to do the sync on and cycle keystrokes on the mouse, and it sent them because there's a little light that flashes when it's got mouse input, but it didn't actually do anything. All right, so let's try to kill some more stuff. I think I've got at least one other character where my strafe keys aren't set up. No, I guess that's good. All right, well, we'll find out. I think this is the longest it has ever taken me to do this quest. So there's a lot of interact with target here, I mean, that's a different keystroke. So that's one of the other reasons why I followed somebody else again. What the fuck? All right, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I need to figure out a way to get like my DPS key to actually do what I want it to. And clearly this guy here, who I think is the laptop I just added in, his his GSE macro's there. It's on charge right now, but clearly it's not really ever charging. Okay, I have finally finished this. Let's go turn it in. I mean, I can't imagine this is going to be that much more interesting. I mean, I'm just going to quest, I guess. Uh, so far, everything seems to be going relatively smoothly, other than like it's a giant pain in the butt. I'm using the wrong mouse. I need to time for this guy to spin a little bit. All right. Uh, yeah, it's interesting that, and it's probably on purpose that IWT isn't something you can macro or really put in an add-on, because I mean that probably would make it pretty easy to do a lot of automation via add-ons for melee classes. Don't bump your other mouse. The screen goes wacko. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. So I mean, it's going to have to be a keyboard thing or some other clever way. Other people are doing things a variety of ways, but when it comes to sync, it's going to have to be like a keyboard macro, I guess. And I mean that's fine because you know what, we've been told those are okay. And so I guess the idea would be some sort of keyboard macro that sends your DPS key. Actually, it probably sends interact with target keystroke and then your DPS keys every time. Maybe with a movement key in there, I don't know. And so at that part, it gets kind of tricky because that would work right now because I have 4 warriors. But once you get into a mixed comp, your keyboard isn't going to know which character's which. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. It would just be too easy to automate the game from within the game if they let us do that stuff. So I mean, I get it. In a lot of ways, like you might not even need Iceboxer to some extent if you could do a lot of that stuff um, automatically. Might be nice for the disabled players, but I guess I don't need to have all 4 of us mess with that. Paladins have a use. Let's go. These guys are lost. I feel like I've got something going on here. I'm hitting a key that I'm not thinking of in my head. It's not strafe. Got those unbound. I talked about a lot of stuff at the beginning of the stream. How like on my follower characters, I basically God, I keep bumping that mouse. I unbound the normal strafe keys I have for them, so they'll only strafe if I do shift strafe. For me it's S and F, and then yeah, no, I mean they're not. So you can see. I don't know. I mean, so this has broken follow on me a couple times. I just didn't think while I was doing it, but I don't know. I mean, maybe for like if I ever get to the point where I'm going to do a dungeon, it may be something I might want to keep. I don't know. I clearly have this other this new laptop it's not. Is it doing anything? You know what? Pardon me a second. I'm gonna switch to that one specifically. So I'm gonna go look over here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's see. Oh yeah, gotta hold. This is really weird. It's really weird to have to shift strafe. All right. Yeah, the GSE macro over there is definitely wrong because it's just staying on charge. That's a problem. I don't know. So another thing I said, it was kind of nice setting everything up because with everything synced and the monitors are all the same sizes. Sometimes when I would set up multiple tunes with Iceboxer, I would get to there'd be a very very slight maybe UI scale or just maybe for whatever reason just the windows weren't totally the same size and some I don't know what it was. But it could be a real pain in the butt to just sort of like get all your add-ons configured all once. That works super smooth like this. I mean, It's pretty great so far. All right, is everybody looting correctly? Yeah. Um, yeah, no, I don't really want to do that. I think at some point, if it comes to having five, um, I'll probably look into a splitter, right? Or looking at the two that I have directly to my left, those aren't so bad. Like I actually see those in my peripheral, but it's this new one that I just don't have space for on my desk, um, and so I might just get another laptop stand, and I've just got this thing that just clamps to my desk, so I've got the one underneath it just sitting on the desk, and then the rest of them, right? No, I've got one on a stand, and then just one sitting on this TV tray. Hey, get back here, guys. Yeah. Anyway, so it's not the most efficient at this point, but getting like another clamp and then clearing out some space might work. Definitely am going to need a keyboard that can do macros, because not being able to have IWT in the mix for my DPS is it's kind of weird. I'm surprised I'm not seeing more of the running off into the sunset stuff. So yeah, it'll either be more clamps and just laptops everywhere, or the HDMI splitter. To be honest, if I actually had this set up so that you could see like the displays or video feed from these other four or other three screens, I would fix that GSE macro on this other one. But since like if I do that, I'm just gonna be like staring this way and sort of trying to talk into the mic. That's not very interesting to watch. So we're just gonna let that guy tag along for the ride, and you know, it's like a pseudo power leveling that guy. He's not gonna help. Oh, all I gotta say is thank goodness for Emma. It means that. What did I do there? I don't know. I must be like just barely tapping a movement key. I think that is probably a good time for me to actually go unbind these movement keys for forward and back, because I think I'm tapping them quite frequently, and I just don't even realize it. So that's gonna, I'm not gonna look at you guys for a minute or two. It will be nice to also be able to quickly cycle through the screens, because sometimes I still have to look down at this thing in my my electrical tape system. If you saw that last night, I don't know, that really wasn't that great. Like it was, constantly sagging down. Electrical tape is only so strong, and so what I've actually done. This is going to be hilarious. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But I've got this stuff. Like I live in Wisconsin, so it gets really cold here, and I have a very old house. So when we, first moved in this house, I bought this stuff called rope caulk. It never dries out. It's kind of like clay, but it's for like sealing off windows. So I have like a giant like turd-sized lump of this just sitting down here, but it doesn't deform easily. So I just sort of made a little pillar, and I put that underneath the top, like the front part of the KVM, or the KM Sync, whatever. And I let the bottom part just hang down, and it angles it up so I can see the lights better. But I still have to look down every now and then because I can't really see those. I don't know. There's probably really not much you can do about that. I don't see this thing like necessarily being able to interact with some sort of like OS level thing to like put a display of some sorts on the screen. But okay, Jesus, what was I doing? Streaming, talking, and playing all at the same time. It's pretty challenging. I'm not really quite sure how Taste does this. It's like I could see how sometimes he totally forgets how to play. So I guess it's a good thing that we're there. Okay, so here's okay. Hmm. I've totally forgotten a lot of stuff. So my problem with this new PC that I just added is that um, I actually don't have the key bound on that action bar. I had unbound it for a while because if I was using Iceboxer Pro, and I had some sort of weird thing where it just really wasn't working like it should, and so I just completely unbound that spot, and I haven't logged into this character since the announcement. So that is why that GSE macro was never advancing. Okay, I might have this. All right, syncs on. What am I doing? I don't even remember. Oh, wrong mouse. Okay. Um, is the mic sound and everything okay? I probably should have asked that way earlier. Or am I just like lip syncing? I suppose maybe if okay, good. All right. So far this is pretty smooth. I mean, with the exception of interact with target, it's all pretty natural. And I mean, I didn't really have to set up that many macros for me anyway. Mainly it's mostly like keeping everybody on follow when it's when they're supposed to be, and then also looting. Um, uh, like the default way Iceboxer used to work, like there was like a multi-step thing. That's a little better. Thank goodness for charge, huh? There was like a multi-step thing when you were like assisting and interacting. Like I would always assist all day, but like a lot of times there's a delay where like doesn't pick it up right away, and so I'm just in the habit of I like double tap all day, and then I hit Alt G. I'm not sure if I even really need to do that. Yeah, so here's the other thing. If you don't have that interact with target firing off, nobody's going to turn around. So it's really going to slow stuff down. Whoa. I gotta come up with something to quit. I can't really buy a bigger desk, but oh yeah, I'm supposed to be putting out fires. Whee! Hey. Huh. I don't know why. Okay, so I know why I had this other character that wasn't actually doing what it was supposed to, but that guy didn't fire off charge. Oh yeah, some of them just aren't off cooldown. Get back here. Oh. Whoa. That's a lot of following. What's going on here? I'm like my own private fire brigade. Or Ghostbuster. Don't cross the streams, Ray. Alright. I think I might have to make a camera specific macro. I was used to having Alt C sort of. That's weird. I may need to adjust when charge is running. I think I have it in the pre macro, which means if I tap it too soon. Oh no! Wow, that's. I'm just gonna stand in the fire. Total noob. Jesus. Yeah, if I can't avoid the mechanics on this part of the game, I'm totally screwed when it comes to anything in the dungeon. Alright. Looks like we're good. So what it's come to, guys. We're multi-boxing the human starter area. Back to square one, literally. But you got to start somewhere, even if you're restarting somewhere. Anyway, I don't know. I think with just a couple small things, this could be doable. I mean, I really hope we get. I'm not even saying, oh my God, we need to have Icebox or Light, but it is better than nothing. Absolutely. In fact, I mean, better than nothing is actually what I did before I even found the sync thing, which was one hand on a laptop, the other hand on a mouse, pulling my brain in two different directions. That's doable. It didn't feel particularly good though, like it was. I don't know. Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess multi days used to play like that a lot back in the way back in the day. I only ever started off with I first started multi-boxing on a Mac Pro in like 2007 maybe. I don't know. Um, yeah, I saw this morning somebody had mentioned that he streamed with this. I think it's the same thing. Days and I bought. I didn't get a chance to check it out though. I have like 7 minutes of free time in the morning on the weekends, and it didn't really help. I stayed up so late last night. I mean, so like that. Maybe it was 2008. I can't really remember. It was. I think it was right after the Burning Crusade came out, maybe a little bit before. But it was when the MacBook Pro was the best PC you could buy for laptops, anyway. And Apple had made the boot camp thing where you could dual boot and stuff, and it was true. It was a really really great laptop, and so I was dual boxing on that um, in Windows at first, and then I think Hotkey Networks or I can't remember the name of it. It might be called something different for Mac, but I mean it's been a long time since I've been a Mac user. But yeah, it I don't know. Christ, I can't remember what I'm going to say half the time. But that's how I started out, and so I've always had something helping me with the broadcasting of the keys. But like back then, I had like follow was actually in my one follower at first. It was built into strafe, so anytime I strafed or jumped, it would make the other tunes follow, which is interesting because when I tried to get a like a jump follow thing working with Iceboxer, I always ran into this thing where like it would jump but not follow. No, it would follow but not jump. Which you know not not having follow break when you're mounting for flying is something you always got to pay attention to. But I don't know, and I tried it pressed or released and all that stuff and multi-step, and I could Sumi got it working in one of the times I was watching his stream. Somebody else suggested it, can't remember who. Um, but I never could get that to work. But when I first started, I just most of the task of keeping my second machine sort of close by was all just basically replacing the movement keys with macros that would just follow. So like I couldn't really strafe on it. Like if I switched over to that client, which is running in the background, I couldn't actually move. Maybe I rebound them to something else, but okay. It's been a while since I've played a Prot Warrior. Where do I normally put this? I don't know. I guess there. Let's see here. I definitely normally have Victory Rush there. All right. Hey, I got through the Abbey. Yay. It's not horrible. I think it'll be smoother tomorrow if I get my macro on with that keyboard. Um, if I can get the interact with target, and I guess even for the followers, I don't know. That's the thing. Like we're going to see if the tapping movement key in a keyboard macro is going to work the same way it did with sorry, distracted by the other quest screens. Work the same way it did with Iceboxer. I don't know. And then thinking even further is if we still don't have something that can do macros and macro sets and be in the TOS, well then like a mixed team is going to be tricky because you definitely do not want casters moving at all once you start your DPS rotation. This is me driving while I'm poking my eye out. So I was strafing. Well, so this is probably going to be the challenge, or at least the test for whether or not I'm going to get reported. I guess, I could just like haul all these guys in here and just go turn this all in one at a time if I want to play it safe. I don't know. Should I even do that? Should I even worry about that? I'm not trying to catch a ban, but I'm also not using software to do anything. Oh yeah, now I have to turn. All right. So this is going to take some getting used to. I am, I was still holding on to my steer and uh-oh. Someone's paying attention to me. Oh. Yeah. Sorry. Had my hand on the moving steer mouse, right? And that I used just on the main, and like really, like I had the keyboard stroke down to switch the which client I'm controlling, but my brain didn't think, oh yeah, you should go look at the other screen now. All right, so this is going to be super exciting. I am going to go run through Goldshire and turn in these quests. Dude, this guy's got a Grand Expedition Yak right on Magister Solomon. Right. No, you guys stay put. Hey, you're not strafing. What am I doing? Oh, synchronization is not turned on. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, so we got. Or maybe he's just dead. Oh wow, that's kind of a crappy thing to have to deal with on a low pop server. All right, this is dumb. I guess it is a join server or cross realm or whatever. All right, I'm gonna go gather. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think I can just do normal questing where everybody's just like sitting around and I'm turning in quests one by one, just because I'm worried about somebody getting sassy with me. All right, so guess I'm not talking to Marshall quite yet. Well, I mean it's obviously a joined realm, right? I mean, so these people are all from somewhere else. I imagine that you can't really get on a low pop server that isn't going to have people on it with how everything is connected, right? So I don't know. That's sort of a roll of the dice. Like, what I mean, while I'm questing, maybe I might have a little less traffic to deal with, but in the towns, it's definitely not really gonna lower my visibility. I mean, at least that person clapped, right? They could have spit on me. They could have sent me a message telling me they were going to report me. What up? Whoa. What's going on there? Something's weird. Something is really weird right now. Yeah. Using the wrong mouse. Definitely need a second mouse. I mean, with the way I'm doing this, because what you just saw there, I think was. Oh yeah. See, it behaves strange when you're trying to move and steer with sync on, so all of the screens are trying to do that. All right, what am I doing? I need to pick up some quests. What I need, I need to get enough gold, and then so I can make my own guild name that says hardware sync boxing or just something super lame and obvious. Like, no, I'm not I'm not violating the TOS. I promise. All right. Because I'm sure that's going to work 100% of the time. Because if I read it on a guild name, it has to be true. I don't really have bags. I should probably sell. Hey there, pal. Why don't you come back over here? All right. Now they're all convinced that they should be selling. I don't know if I'm that brave, to be honest with you. So, you see, this is happening on all of my client, on all of the other screens. I have this thing turned on in Zygor where it will automatically, you can tell it that you want it to automatically equip items. Where's that gear advisor, right? And so what it's doing for me right now is apparently I'm trading over here. It's finding this crap ass wood chopper to be better than my heirloom gear, which is really weird. All right, wait. Do I have the wrong spec? Seriously, what level am I? 6. Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn that off. Usually that comes incredibly handy whenever you pick up just new stuff while you're questing, and you don't have to think too hard about switching stuff out. One of the features I really like about this, but it appears to have gotten a little dumb when it comes to the new early heirlooms. Okay, I need to pay attention to the things that I'm saying I'm going to do. All right, we're good. I'm not trying to be super hardcore and like quest in all white gear. All right. So yeah, bear with me while I think. I actually have to think while I'm multi-box now about what screen I'm looking at, which one I'm currently controlling, if I've hit the key properly, like for instance I didn't right there. All right. I didn't think about that. I mean, I guess that'd be kind of smart because that's pretty close for you, right? I mean, closer than it would be for me, anyhow. Playing in the Oceanic, I mean. All right. So, should I keep going here? Is this interesting? I mean, like, just no cross realms in Oceanic. Yeah, I mean that'd be perfect if you want to really try to play it safe, which right now would definitely be the way to go, especially if you've like you. Oh, in Classic, yeah. Oh, right, because that's not a thing in Classic. I'm not dumb. I know that. It's like playing and streaming at the same time is. That is another way I need to learn how to like make my brain multitask. All right, so it's still suggesting this, but I need to decline it. Every now and then I just sort of feel like, do I even know what I'm doing? All right. It's still good. It's still good. Right. Just intention in general. Or while streaming. I don't, yeah, I mean, I've never really had a reason to stream because, I don't know. There are always people who are much more into it to me. I do a little bit of assist and interact lag there. The second laptop, yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, just playing for sure. Like, I mean, it's kind of nice when people are just talking to you, good or bad, that Emma has the ability to forward that stuff on to whoever you're controlling, which is really good because, like, if you don't respond, and it's something that might merit a response. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to go fly. Anyway, like ignoring those people sort of like might kind of make you look like a bot, right? All right, I think I'm gonna lean on Emma's fly with team here, maybe. All right, good, that worked. But as far as like people talking trash, like I seriously don't care. I mean, I don't care. I don't, because and this isn't supposed to like come off as something anybody should really give a shit about, but like, I pay for this with my own money. Like, a lot of people are rightfully, upset for what some folks have been doing uh, with boxing and the WoW token and all that stuff. But I'm just, I'm not one of those people. So folks who sort of like assume that that's what you're doing, sort of an invalid assumption. And like, I don't care. I don't care what those people think. I also don't care that they don't like what I'm doing, because no matter what they think about what other people do, um, I don't play like that, and I never have. Sort of antisocial when it comes to WoW. Only in game, really. It is. You bring up classic actually. When I first came back to WoW, I played retail for about a year or so before it's like a new classic was coming out, but I decided to check it out again. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, take a look at what's been going on in the Iceboxer Discord. Like, those are all people who, they should all like be nice to each other, and take it easy, and like they should all understand. And unfortunately, it's not always the case, which sucks. So then you take those folks who should, maybe not be crass or overbearing or whatever you want to call it, and then there's all the other people who just hate us, and they don't even care. It's like not even on their radar to think about anything other than how they were wrong. Not to say that, like, people who have pissed them off while they're playing, like, that's all legit. That's, those are all real things. But those folks aren't all of us. Anyway, listen to me. I'm on a soapbox. Jeez. I can never have a stream like multi days where like I can't swear or have, like, where I'm going for ratings. I mean, or inadvertently putting my foot in my mouth because like I totally love what he does. I think it's great, and I think it's awesome. He has that discipline, but that's not me. Like, I'm trying kind of hard not to, but like my kids are in bed. Yeah, no. Had a little bit of a. I'm already there. Uh, these other jokers didn't assist and interact there. I wonder if there's a way. I think this is the first time I've actually used Gamecaster to interact with people while I was streaming. That's pretty cool. And I'm seeing that, yes, in fact, I can see chat, and I could type a message to you if I wanted to. That's so fun. Okay, I've been doing this for 51 minutes. All right. Sorry, every now and then, like, I have to think, where am I in this quest line? And did I just do something dumb and like go back when I shouldn't have? I think I'm good. I'm not sure if it's the computers, but it's getting kind of hot down here. I'm gonna take off my hoodie. It has been like way warmer than usual here. Like fall is starting, so Wisconsin should be in like the 40s or 50s, but we've had weather in the 60s and 70s since last week. I don't really know what that's about. I mean, it's kind of nice, but then like I've already changed how I'm dressing and stuff, like just wearing warmer clothes, and then every now and then, like, it just it's like it's kind of hot. I'm sweating. It might be. These laptops don't get too hot. I've actually got most of them dialed down. Um, the primer one that I have that's down on the actual desk is actually pretty good. It's got a 270 in it, not a max Q, and a 240 hertz panel, and so that thing could totally, like, it could be the computer I play WoW on if I was going to single box. All right, now what am I doing? Looks like I'm going over to the mine. Did you just call me Wow Jesus? Well, I mean, thank you, but that's a little extreme, don't you think? Bless you, my son, or something. You're commenting on my laptop, I hope. Yeah, I don't know. It really wasn't that expensive either. I bought it actually to have a computer I could multi-box on, but also do software development on, because I do software development, like, and also like work with ERP. And you were, that's nice. I don't know. I don't have a beard anymore, and when I did have a beard, it was never very long. No one would probably mistake me for somebody worth following religiously. That's for sure. Ding. Oh, that's like a rolling ding train there. All right, everybody, off your motorcycles, folks. I think I was maybe saying something before. Yeah, whatever. I do remember before I left Goldshire that, normally when I run this and I'm not trying to talk to people, obviously I think all of us have probably, or anybody who actually plays Alliance has done this a bazillion times. I feel like my GSE macro is, yeah, I need to look at that again. All right, let's try to do this all at once. GSE. All right. Before I started, I actually cleared out a ton of old Warrior macros on some of these accounts. So I've got them all set up, so they're all the same. But I need to remember to right click. All right. I think I'm going to take charge out of the pre macro. And then, damn it, I have win off. It gives you your BattleNet token key. God, I hope nobody can do anything with that. I'm gonna have to pop out of game and close that because it makes it so I can't actually copy and paste unless I do it in that window before the key refreshes. All right, so I'm gonna go do that on a couple of the other computers. Hopefully not totally mess up my macro in the meantime. See, I mean, other than the fact that I'm like showing screens that have nothing to do with WoW, this is the part where at least you could maybe see what the heck it was I was doing. I don't think I have it running on there. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, crap. This is always fun. Being attacked while you're editing your GSE macro. That was so bad. We've got like one person who still has GSE up. Like recording a macro over there. All right, wrong mouse. I'm going to run these knuckleheads out of here. I'm actually a little surprised I only had that one comment from someone. Which is good, I guess. All right. No, I don't want to do that. Everything looks good over there. Like I say, it's been so long since I've used GSE. I didn't know they had variables and stuff in here. This is something I definitely got to look at. Like, this interface is a little different now, and it integrates with WeakAura somehow. I'm gonna have to maybe spend some time on YouTube to figure out like what this gets us. Like it can check your GCD. I don't know. I'm reading. Example. I'm not quite sure which part of what I've been talking about you're referring to. What's blown out of proportion? Shoot. Nope. All right, maybe I should put some other stuff in here. Oh no. I have no idea. I don't. It's been so long since I played a warrior. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it could be. I've had my fair share of hate, of course, but I've also had like a lot of people interested in how I was doing it. Which, like when I first started multi-boxing more than three, I was always really cagey about it because like I knew Iceboxer was legit, and I knew at the time it was right. But I was always sort of like, oh, I don't know, is this a setup? Like, is somebody try to figure out if I'm doing something wrong? And I was always really cagey about it. Like, I didn't really like get too serious into explaining myself. I was like, yeah, it's a lot of macros, and I had to, I didn't really talk much about the keyboard broadcasting. I'm like, yeah, it's follow and assist. But then over time, like the more I learned about how Iceboxer worked, the more I was like much more comfortable actually just being straightforward with people. Like, yeah, I use something called Iceboxer. It's totally okay. RIP. Um, let's just go with this for now. I have no idea if this is a reasonably acceptable rotation, but while we're questing, it's gonna not really matter as long as charge kicks off. Should be good to go, right? As long as I have something that can run me to the thing I have to beat. Oh, you know what I got to do? I definitely do not have these set up right, so we're going to do these one at a time. But I have always been a big fan of casting the train macro while I'm multi-boxing and I run by people. It is my like somewhat ridiculous way of saying, hey, look, you're a person. I'm not a bot. I cast train when I run by you. Makes no sense, but I do it anyway. Oh, this one's really hard to see. I'm getting old. All right. I might do it. Definitely looking forward to have an easier hotkey. All right, switch mice. I need like a mouse platform I can raise up and down. I could probably make that. All right, there we go. 4 warrior train. That's probably super annoying. So I think once I get far enough along with these, what am I saying? No, once I finish this particular quest, I think I'm probably gonna take a break because, first of all, I'm really thirsty. I'm all out of club soda, and I don't know, going the wrong way. I'm gonna take a break, but you can't just take a break in the middle of questing. Not unless you're about to get in trouble. That's weird. I've got some other keybind problem here. When I hit Alt G, I was getting another different target. Man, I want IWT so bad. Turn around. I forgot what I was saying again. Like, I like need to remember like which character is mine. So I just name these, and of course, you know, picking names based on Linux signal processing commands makes them all super easy to remember because they all start with the same 3 letters. That's totally not sarcasm. I think what I'm normally I would have probably picked up training or like mining and herbalism just to get the extra XP, but I think in the interest of not aggravating or pressing my luck, really, I'm gonna not do that. Is really what I'm trying to say. Yeah, definitely not. Not looking to poke the cat or whatever. I'm actually surprised I'm up this late. I ended up like getting into bed at like 2 a.m. last night after all of the late night streaming. I haven't been paying attention to my GSE macro, which would be right here, by the way. I use G in this case. I don't even know if it's working. Kind of seems like it's not, because maybe it is. I would normally expect the GC macro to reset and show the thing on cooldown. Poking the bear, yeah, that's right. Poking the cat. That's a little racy. Inadvertently. That's not what I meant. All right, looks like we're hearthing. So yeah, they're already doing it, huh? That sucks. It is real. I guess if they're using the same part we are, that's really gonna suck because it means that like they've been creeping, watching what we've been doing, and again, just sort of like, hey, WoW is my oyster. Fuck all y'all. I'm gonna do what I want. Like seriously, come on. I mean, the thing that this sucks for the most is the people who are bothered by that, the people whose gameplay gets disrupted by that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then subsequently, the multi-boxers that don't do that. Anyway, all right. What did I said that I'm going to turn? I'm gonna for sure take a break. After I turn these quests in. Yeah, because I don't know. I probably shouldn't stay up that late, and I think I get even if I was going to, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to maybe go read up on. Like, do I even have any options for getting all four screens in my stream? Dude, when the heck is Zyger gonna figure out that I don't really want white weapons if I have heirlooms? Yep. Sorry, Mabel McClory, you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow if I see you at all. All right, I'm gonna quit and wrap this up. And ooh, it looks like I need to charge my move and steer mouse. Perfect timing. I'll see you guys in Discord.